Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby. I'm David Thetford. That's Gary Ashby, and we already have a guy snuck in here on us.
Yes, we did.
Joel Pagan, the director of the Going Band from Raiderland.
Good morning to everybody. How y'all doing?
Doing great. I didn't know if we'd be able to get you. This is a big week for the Going Band.
Just a little bit. We got a few people that are joining us this weekend for a really special event, so we can talk a little bit about that too.
Yeah, this has got to be the biggest ever, I would think. The biggest reunion ever.
I believe it is. I mean, in my history, this is definitely the largest amount of alumni we've ever had come back to Texas Tech and join us.
This is exciting.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it'd have to be. It would have to be the biggest. But is this the biggest band we've ever had if you take the alumni off the field, or do we typically have a certain number?
You know what? I think it depends on who you ask. But I would say since I've been here, we're a 440 strong. And we talked. I think a couple of years ago we talked when we went to Macy's, and we were a pretty big band then.
Yeah.
That was 417. So
Okay.
that gives you an idea. So this is probably the largest band in history at this point.
All right.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Now, the Aggies, they only have like 100 in their band. What's the most you feel like you could have and still spell everything you need to spell and do everything you need to do?
Well, I think it depends on who you ask, but I'm willing to accept just about as many as we can get on that
Really?
field. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You ask my colleague, he'll tell you something a little different, but, 440, that's quite a bit, but it does. At some point, you get too many, and there's just only so much you can do with that many
Well, that's
people
what
on
I'm
the field.
saying. Now, let me ask you this. Does AI help you guys? Can y'all put a deal in, say we've got 500 marchers, how can we spell gig 'em?
I sure wish AI could help, but no, we have to do
choice. How
everything.
can
Yeah,
we spell
I know.
guns up?
No, that's right.
How can we
That's
spell
right.
guns up?
No, I wish we could use something like that, and maybe that's coming in the future. But for now, we got to rely just regular old fashioned technology and brains to
Wow.
kind of figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to make it happen. Yeah.
Well, it's the Going Band from Raiderland is known all over the nation. One of the top marching bands in the history of marching bands. And I know you take great pride in that. We had Kelly Gordon on a couple of weeks ago because she's kind of the chairman of this reunion, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, they've been planning this for a couple of years. So, this year marks the 100-year birthday, the centennial celebration of the Going Band from Raiderland. And the alumni, they have just been, working really hard for 2 years plus to make this happen. And Kelly she's the chair of that portion of that celebration. And we're just in for a real big treat at halftime. We've got over 1,000 alumni that have come back just to be a part of this.
My gosh.
They all bring their own little flutes and tubas and.
Well, with as many as coming, they're going to have to because we only have so many, right?
I'm about to say.
Yeah, and with the band our size right now, we've almost run out of instruments to give our own kids. So
Okay.
so they've had to do a lot of planning to make this happen, borrowing from local schools. All across Texas. So
All right, how about Bubba, who used to play the tuba? He probably doesn't have a tuba sitting around anymore. You're still going to let him on the field and then go.
That's exactly right, and
Okay.
exactly how you explained it too.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty accurate description.
They
there,
just
Gary.
walk around.
That's right. Well, yeah. Well, luckily we actually have quite a few alumni that are teaching here locally and across the state, and so they're all pitching in to help to
wow.
make this a really special event for us.
That's great. You go back 100 years, Joel, and that first marching band, that first going, I don't know what it was called, the Going Band that first year, but 21 members.
21
members.
Now, did they march or did they sit in the stands? And you don't know, do you?
I'm not 100% certain, but I'm sure someone will let us know here. But I believe that first group was probably in the stands, and shortly thereafter they probably started making those formations, right? But
make much one.
Yeah,
you make an eye or something.
Yeah, but
Isn't that something? What it's done.
Well, and when you think about that, 1925, those 21 members, and where we are today, and just the history, the tradition, the directors that have come before us, and and there's just so much that's come into this program, and this celebration is a culmination of all of that. So we're celebrating the history, we're celebrating those people that have come before us. It's just really exciting. It's an exciting time to be able to celebrate that and to see where we are now, where we came from.
And you've been to the Macy's Day Parade?
That's right. Yeah. No, I mean,
that had to be a treat.
Oh, that was. I mean, we still talk about that, and I tell you what, we won't talk about the weather today, but 2 years ago in 23 when we were at Macy's, perfect weather. We watched it last year, and it rained out on them poor guys.
Oh yeah.
It rained them out.
That's right. Well, I mean, they marched through that rain, but so everything has the sun has been shining on Lubbock and the band, and so we're hoping for the same for today. We got lucky in 23, but let's see if we can get lucky this afternoon, this evening with this game.
Well, and not only the band members come back, twirlers. Is that all a part of the going band?
It is, yeah. We've got twirlers, we have color guard members, we have the wind players. I mean, people going back decades. We've talked about this before. We've got students who have parents, grandparents that are going to be marching on the field with them. So multiple generations on the field. Yeah, it's great. I mean, it shows that tradition, that family, that history. I mean, it's all just going to be a really, really cool event.
All right, the oldest guy, do you know who it is?
Oh, I don't, but I will tell you that last year we had a twirler who
I remember.
You remember? I mean,
oh my gosh!
I want to say at least upper 80s.
She was phenomenal.
Yeah, she was great.
She was still twirl.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, she was up front, and I mean, she was smiling the entire time, and it was pretty hot. If you remember that last year, that game, it was an afternoon game, and it was quite warm.
The weather. I thought you were talking about her.
Well, all the above, right? So she, but still with the smile on her face. They had to kind of get her off the field.
It was amazing. The fans went crazy over her.
Oh no,
they loved it.
It's great. It's so really, really neat to see that tradition and that history.
Was she coming back?
Well, I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay. We'll find out. We've got quite a few people coming back, and so we'll see. We'll see this here this afternoon.
How do you organize this, Joel? How do you get them on the field? And as the director,
you're not going to attempt to spell anything with them, are you?
Well, I'm going to tell you what. You come out to halftime. We're going to be working with them, and that's a great question. How do we organize that? And, ask me again tomorrow morning, and we'll let you know. But no, we've been planning this, and we've got some formation that we're going to do. We're going to meet with them at 11 o'clock or 11:30 this morning, and we're going to have a little rehearsal to try to put all this together. And in my mind, it's going to be great.
Where do y'all meet?
We're going to meet over at the band lot, but that's going to be we're going to have what 1,200 people on that field when it's all said and done. So yeah, it's going to be a spectacle. It's going to be good. It's going to be great.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm excited about it.
With all the new construction going on out at Tech, is the band lot, is that sacred territory? Is that sort of
for now? It is, but
I think it is.
Yeah. I mean that's.
I heard a guy speak this week, and he sort of mentioned that. Well, that's sort of. Stay away from that.
Well, yeah. I mean, where else can we go, right?
Yeah, I was about to say
that's the thing. I mean, and we're right by the music building, so it's easy access for the students with the instruments and the equipment. So logistically, it just makes sense. But maybe one day, several years down the road, if they decide they want to build something different, hey, I'm open to that.
Bigger and better.
That's right.
That seems like the way we're going. Bigger and better.
Absolutely.
Well, you don't really realize how big this band is. There's been a couple of times over the last several years that I've been doing a high school game, and the Texas Tech marching band performed at the high school game. And when they get on the football field at a stadium like that, it's magic. I'm telling you. And it's so big. That's so impressive.
Yeah, it's interesting. I taught high school. When I started, I had a small band, and when I stand in front of these kids, they don't look that big to me. It doesn't look like they're that many students. But then I go to a regular high school football game, and there might be 200 kids on the field, and that's a really big band.
That's huge.
200.
Yeah.
But they don't look as big to me anymore, and so you just get used to it, right? After a while. But we'll be we're going to Houston this year. The band's going to travel to Houston, and we're actually working with their fine arts director to try to get out.
The full band?
Yeah. We'll travel out there.
Y'all pick one game a year or two games a year?
We try to go to a couple of games, but it just depends on distance. I mean, this year with the way the schedule worked out, Houston was the closest away game, right?
Wow.
Yeah. And so that was the one that we can make. But yeah, we'll go out and perform for some bands out there too at Houston. One of the, do maybe a post game for a high school football game out there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And y'all got that truck, and Lubbock Truck Sales is one of our sponsors, has been forever.
They're
they
fantastic.
provide that truck for y'all and for foot. Isn't that the greatest thing?
It is the greatest thing. I mean, without that, we couldn't go, right?
Yeah.
We would just be the band from Raiderland. So, no, we appreciate them very much for what they do. That's right.
Oh, that is so cool. I just can't wait to see. Tell us about, y'all are in the band over at the band hall, and do y'all march from there all the way to the stadium?
We do. Yeah, we meet over at our band lot, and 2 hours before kickoff, we always do a little fan performance for anybody who wants to come out. That's free and open to the public. And then probably about an hour prior to kickoff, we line up over on Boston there on the west side of the School of Music building and march straight up north, go right through campus and all the way into Jones AT&T each game day.
Lots of fans on either side.
Lots of fans. Yeah, we're starting to find now that as they pass, a lot of them start following us going into the stadium. So that's become a tradition. But yeah, that's always a lot of fun just to see all the support out there and all the fans getting ready for that kickoff.
All right, do you think because there's going to be some sellouts this year? In fact, tonight I think might be a sellout. Mm-hmm. Do you think it would be possible for a person that didn't have a ticket to sort of slide in,
especially now with this alumni?
Tonight would probably sort of slip in with you guys and just march into the stadium. Do you think that's
and anything's possible? I'm not sure we be talking about this right now. We're getting people ideas here, but I don't know. Yeah, anything's possible. Actually, I will say I may have seen a person or two that have kind of snuck in, and I kind of look back and have to let the blue shirts know, hey, I don't think that individual is with us, just so you know. But you know how that goes.
Just get you an instrument and get to marching.
Oh, that's fine. If they want to bring an instrument, we'll put them right in.
Well, there was a baseball game that sold out one time, and my brother-in-law, I'll say his name, Donnie Baker, he brought a pizza up there and put on a pizza delivery outfit and said, I got a delivery for the press box. And they said, well, go on in. So, anyway, all right. So
Good to know.
Anything else we need to know about tonight?
It's going to be exciting. We're looking forward to showcasing these alumni and all that they've done for us and the tradition, the excellence. And, we hope you all come out and support them and support our Red Raiders tonight. It's going to be great.
It's going to be a fun night at the stadium. Are you in a hurry?
No, not particularly. So I can stick around a little bit if y'all need me to.
Let's do one more. We appreciate you coming all the way over here.
Yes, sir.
Because we was planning on being out at the stadium. And that didn't work out today.
It didn't. But and hopefully that weather's going to.
But the rest of Game Day Live will be out at the stadium, so you guys go by and see them.
They will be there. They're working on it now. So anyway, we'll be right back.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Hey, welcome back to Sports Talk with Thetford and Gary Ashby, and we have Joel Pagan here. But we got to tell us about what happened last week on the show.
One of the best shows ever.
Yeah, it probably was the best show ever. We did have Ron Reeves. He came in and helped me out at the beginning. Ron is he's so awesome, and one of the great quarterbacks. Although I did look up stats, he's pretty much fallen out of all the stats now. But he's one of our dear friends and a great former Red Raider. And he came in and helped. And then Will Culpepper came in. The head guy of the Double T Varsity Club.
Yeah, and he's done such a wonderful job out there. And I'm going to tie those two guys together. Ron Reeves, quarterback number 12, Culpepper, head of the Letterman's bunch. We're going to have Rodney Allison on, number 12, quarterback from Tech.
Yeah.
Head of the Double T Varsity Club. And he's going to do our pick'em. Because believe it or not, this is our 16th anniversary show.
It is.
We'll make a bigger deal out of that later on. But we'll start our 17th year. Actually, next week's we don't have a show. So this is our pre-16th anniversary show, and then we'll have a post-16th anniversary show
we start
after that because we have no show next week. But you also had all the ADs from the area.
Yeah, I had Max Catwinkle from Lubbock Cooper. That guy from Friendship, whatever I can't remember his name.
Oh, what's his name?
Oh, Brian Gurley. No, those guys were great together. And they're kind of in the same place because they both got brand new schools. Lubbock Liberty last year and now then Memorial this year out at Friendship. So it's that was a lot of fun talking to those guys. And they both look like you could just tell there's a lot going on when you open a new school and keeping it all together. And then Mike Meeks came in to finish out the show, and he's the athletic director for the Lubbock ISD, and they all did a great job. They really were a lot of fun to talk to.
And when we have a guest, I usually put some of this stuff off, but the Pudding Festival in Slayton this week, today, So anyway, $25 for all the pudding you can eat. And we'll talk more about it later, but it is today, so it starts at 9 a.m., so you better get your hind end out there. So
Where is it?
anyway, it's
You
in
just drive
Slayton,
around
Texas,
Slayton?
out in front of the
You'll
just drive
find
around Slayton.
You'll find it.
It's right out in front of the Slayton Bakery. So
Oh,
go
well,
to the
everybody
Slayton
knows
Bakery.
where that
I'll
is.
be more specific. 109 South 9th Street.
Most
How's
everybody, and I've never been to the Slayton Bakery, and I hear people talking about it all the time.
Be a good day to go. Good morning to go out there, and like I say, it starts at 9. It has started, and it's over at 2. So
And you get pudding.
all the pudding. Well, if you want to me to get more specific,
Well, Joel wants to know. I can tell.
Joel, they have church lady pudding, strawberry and banana pudding, Knob Creek bourbon banana pudding. You can go out there and get liquored up on pudding this morning, I guess.
Get your pudding on.
Get your pudding on. And key lime pudding for people who want something other than bananas. So if you don't, maybe you're allergic to bananas. Go out there and
First person I've heard of.
get you some key lime pudding. All right.
That's great.
Now let's get back to our special guest.
You bet. Well, we'll do some spots. Gary,
That's right. I forgot about those.
Gary did have his
Forgot all about those.
All-American Eatery burrito this morning.
I did.
And go out there on the Toka Highway 87.
Oh, and Abel and his wife bragged on their advertising. Hey, when you guys go out to a place and you hear about it here on the show, tell them, because they love to hear that.
Yeah.
And so take the time to say, hey, we heard about this on Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby.
That way they think, we're talking about them.
They think they're wasting their money.
Yep. Lubbock Sport. And if you need, just go get surgery at Lubbock Sports Medicine. You may not even need it just because you
Joel,
heard.
I'm sorry, but I got another story. All right,
fine.
this
Joel sat here with
is a PSA. And you pay attention, Joel, because this is going to help you in life.
Yes.
All right, you got your cell phone, and it's starting to get a little crusty around the edges, and you have to down swipe.
Yeah.
True story, and I'm not going to say who. Swiped, the plastic came off, went in the finger, had to have surgery, had to put her out. It's a girl, so that narrows it down. Had to put her out. She's about this tall. It's another clue. And she had to have surgery. And they said it would have never come out had they not.
For swiping.
Because your body is an amazing deal. It encapsulated it. So anyway,
Here's some other good information.
Lubbock Sports Medicine.
Yeah, I don't know whether they do that. They're orthopedic doctors and they're pros. Go to LubbockSportsMed.com and check them out. But the other thing is about your phone. I was reading an article and it said that on your phone are more germs than in a public toilet. And I'm like, that's not good news.
Wow.
That's
All
always
right.
good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. All right. Well, Joel Pagan is here. He is the director. Y'all got... you're the director of the going band, the marching band.
That's right.
And you got some other directors.
We do.
Tell us who they are.
Yeah, so we've got Dr. Sarah McCoyne. She is our director of bands. That's over all of the bands at Texas Tech University. I'm an associate director of bands, director of athletic bands, so that's my primary responsibilities. And we also have Dr. Eric Allen, who's also an associate director of bands. He's with the going band as well and conducts some of the groups as well. So there's a team of 3 of us out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could Sarah fire you?
Absolutely.
Could she?
With a question mark.
I just wanted to know what the hierarchy was.
That's a great question. I know we do have a director of our School of Music. I think that kind of lies with him, but I'm sure she can make a recommendation.
I didn't want to be giving her any ideas.
See how crooked that line was? He's got to go.
That's right.
No, I can't think. That we're proud to have you here. And you came from Florida, didn't you?
I did.
I remembered that.
That's right. I did most, actually all of my teaching. I taught high school band for, 17 years in Florida,
oh, wow.
and then went to school out there. And when I got my terminal degree, my doctorate, I got an opportunity to come out here to Texas Tech. And actually, my first year, I didn't do anything with the bands. My first year, I was just teaching some music courses, and some things just worked out. And the next year, I got to help. And then in 2019, I was officially named the director.
What do you take in a music course? I mean, if Gary and I want to go sign up,
take flute.
what do you sign up for an instrument
Flute
course?
for Gary, be tuba.
Tuba.
Yeah, for sure.
He's already got it.
Oh yeah. No, you got to take all those, theory courses, music history courses, and
Oh, my gosh.
you just learn all anything and everything about music, right? And
Is there a course in marching?
No, actually there isn't. You know, a lot of that you kind of do on your own. Actually, I teach a course in marching band techniques just to kind of help the students prepare them. If they're going to be high school band directors, they got to be able to know how to do this.
Yeah.
So, you know, but a lot of what we do is experience based, right? They marched in high school, marched in college, and they kind of use those skills and transfer them when they're teaching themselves.
What instruments did you play?
We had to play all of them, if you can believe that, right?
All of them?
We had to be proficient on every single instrument.
You got to be kidding.
Now, who's we? Who has to do that?
The directors?
Anybody who's going to teach instrumental music has to be proficient. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I was a trumpet player myself, but I'll use the word proficient very loosely. I was proficient on all the other instruments, right?
Which end to blow? You got to at least know that.
You put
That's
your mouth
right.
there, I think.
Can you put it together, take it apart, and can you teach it? There you go. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Most people don't realize that, but yeah, if you're going to teach it, you got to be able to at least play it a little bit.
David, you remember when we've been here a long time doing this, but it's probably 10 or 15 years ago. We had a guy on, and he said that in the band, because I said, y'all play quite a bit. He says, yeah, but some people will take different songs off to rest their lips. And I thought,
and they just act like they're playing.
Is that true?
It is.
Okay.
It is. I mean,
you heard it first here.
You did, yeah. I mean, just like any other physical activity. I mean, the more you buzz your lips, they just get tired, right?
Get lip cramp.
That's right. Yeah. All the blood rushes out, and you gotta hydrate and all that, right?
My gosh,
stretch it out.
What do you think about what's going on with high school bands in particular today? They have all these props, these sets. It takes them forever to set up to do their performance. And I guess they're doing it for the contest and those kind. I don't know what's going on.
It is, and I'll say, I mean, here in Texas especially, it's the marching bands. I mean, it's at a next level here at Texas. And coming from another state, that's something that I can attest to. Other states, believe it or not, they look to places like Texas and try to model what they do. But
sure, they do.
Yeah. I mean, so there's some really fantastic programs here in the state, and they're very competitive. And to be competitive, you have to have all of that, all of the props and everything. So. And you got an army of parents and students that are setting all that up. I mean, my own son is in a high school band right now here in Texas. So
where's he go?
He's at Lubbock Cooper High School.
Yeah, with the Pirates.
Yeah, that's right.
You saw a great game.
I did. Yeah. We were there last night to support them, and didn't come out the way we wanted it for the Pirates. But man, what a great game last night.
I thought you were going to say, but what a great band. But what a great halftime.
But what a great. That's right. No, I mean we're there to support all the students and all their endeavors. Regardless of sport or activity. But yeah, really, really fine. Both had great band programs and really fine football teams that were on showcase last night.
That's great. First, getting high school football going.
That's right.
Well, I can't wait to see what's going to happen today with the band. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You and me both, right? I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Really. Yeah. You're going to have to adjust on the fly tonight.
That's right.
It's going to be fun no matter what. And I tell you, the population is really excited about it.
Well,
Red Raiders are excited everywhere to see this band. Thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you all for having me. And it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a great halftime, and I cannot wait to see what happens with all of these thousands on the field, right? 1,200 total on the field.
Oh, that's great. Well, we appreciate you taking your time this morning because it's a big day for you to come in here, and we
know
appreciate
you're busy.
you.
Yeah, well, we thank y'all very much.
Joel Pagan, everybody. He is the director of the Going Band from Raiderland. It's going to be an exciting day out at Texas Tech. We'll be right back. More sports talk with Thetford and Ashby.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Okay, welcome back to Sports Talk. Joel Pagan is out. Read the text, Gary, before we move on here that we got. That was a nice text.
Yeah.
He's the director of the Going Band from Raiderland.
He personalized this from Chris Kennedy. He personalized it, says, Joel, thanks for what you do. My son is in your band as a freshman, and it was a life goal of his to be in the band. And hey, real quickly, before I forget, Nick Long, if you're listening to the show, you probably cannot call us because we think we have your phone. So come back and get your phone, Nick. And I don't know how else to get a hold of you because we can't call you.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows where Nick lives, go knock on his door.
Gary.
Oh, that's all right. I'll text him. That's a lot better idea.
We're smart. Most people would have thought of that. Now, Rob, this mic you'll hold right here and hold it pretty close when you talk.
Yes, sir.
This is Rob Peters. Most of you out there remember him, quarterback at Texas Tech. And you came in the year that we started the Big 12. Is that right?
Yeah, so my true freshman year, redshirt year, was 95. So that was the last year of the Southwest Conference.
You're the transition guy.
Yeah, and so the first year I actually got on the field was the first year of the Big 12.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's
we
crazy.
played the very first Big 12 game.
We
Texas
did.
Tech at Kansas State.
I was on the kickoff return team, believe it or not.
How'd you do?
It was horrifying.
What in the world they have you on the kickoff return team?
Well, we did a lot. Spike, wasn't afraid to do some things different.
Let's stick our backup quarterback out there.
Yeah.
And make a wedge.
I was one of the upbacks, and I just remember thinking, man, I really hope they don't kick it my way. And those guys are running really fast down here to cover. And, so
and they're mad about something.
They are.
They seem to be.
They are.
Well, that is something. That's there were a bunch of y'all that were in that transition, finished the Southwest Conference, go to the Big 12, and well, what a transition it's been.
Well, and then that first game was Kansas State.
Yeah.
And we lost, but it was a great game, if I recall. I think a kickoff return team might have cost us.
Yeah, the
that
kickoff
game.
return team.
But we set a bad precedent for playing Kansas State that day because that's not one of the teams we.
There's just teams like, what is that, Rob? That you have a team like Kansas State's the team. We just struggle with them.
Yeah, I mean, back then they were just so tough. I mean, Coach Snyder did a good job of bringing in big, physical, strong guys, and they played really hard. That game we needed instant replay. Donnie Hart caught a touchdown. They called him out of bounds. He had his foot down, and he was in. We didn't have replay back then.
Oh.
It would be great if they could go back.
Flip it.
Yeah. And those games that were decided by a deal like that, and say, okay, upon further review, Texas Tech wins this particular game.
We could do that this year when we play Kansas State.
Yeah.
We could for sure
show it up there on the screen. Y'all just thought you won.
It's been changed.
So anyway,
well,
where are you now?
I live in Dallas.
Oh, well, you probably know. So you're in Dallas, and what do you do in Dallas?
I have a financial management firm.
Okay.
He started it. He went to work for one, then you started another one with a tech buddy.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Are y'all still together?
We are. Yeah. We, me and another guy that went to school here started a firm in 2007. It was a great time to start a financial firm right before the crash.
Yeah, really.
So timing's perfect. But no, we've been together for a long time. He's a great guy.
Did he play football?
No, sir. He didn't play football. He was just he was a football fan. Yeah. And I actually didn't know him when I was here. He was a mutual friend of a lot of my buddies. And so we've had a good run together.
Well, how many years is that now?
I don't know. I got hit in the head a lot.
18.
I can't remember. It's 18 years. Yeah. Wow. Almost 20 years.
I thought you were a math genius. You had weren't you in elementary school?
Well, I take weekends off.
Oh, okay.
You got to rest your brain on the weekends. So anyway, what's the name of your firm for our folks listening in Dallas?
It's Pelagic Value Management. It's just a made-up name. When you go to start a firm,
I was going to say
you can't. Everything's taken. Everything's done. And so most people a lot of times just use their initials. We had two of us. That'd been a lot of initials. So we just made up a name. And Pelagic Partnership and Logic.
Well, that's
combined.
good.
So
there's a reason.
There was a reason, and it wasn't taken, and that was the big reason. You go through all these things, and you have to file and look, and I mean, every word you've thought of is taken, so we made one up.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
I like it.
Absolutely,
I like it.
That's pretty smart.
Mm-hmm. Well,
were you a finance major at Tech?
I was an accounting major.
An accounting.
So
major.
I got the master's in accounting. Never did accounting. I went to work for a financial firm in Little Rock, Arkansas.
He said once he figured out that he had a personality, he got out of accounting and went into.
I interviewed with all the big 5 accounting firms, and this one
we're teasing accountants.
Investment bank, and thought, well, I'll try that. And so we moved to Little Rock for 6 months, and then I've been in Dallas since 2000.
Man,
so it's been quite.
How
a
many
long
games
time.
do you get back for?
Well, we try to make it back to at least 1 or 2 a year.
That's great.
Yeah. So, I've stayed pretty close to the program. And
You still married?
Still married.
Okay. Is your wife from Tech?
She is, yeah. We met here on 82nd Street in June of
Just
1998.
At the corner of-
Yeah, we were just, she needed a ride. I picked her up. No, we met.
Well, 82nd Street. All right.
There was a bar,
Okay.
and,
That's all right.
and she was a third wheel, and a friend called me and said, "There's this pretty girl here," and I said, "Yeah, I know who she is," and so I ran up there as fast as I could. And
Okay,
What's
so
her name?
You knew her.
Shannon Peters now, Shannon Murray, and
Where's she from?
she graduated high school in Houston.
Okay.
She lived kind of all over. Her dad was an oil executive, and so she traveled around the
Smart
country.
move.
Yeah. And so we met, and I convinced her to like me, and she hadn't changed her mind yet, so I'm in good shape. No, she's wonderful. And,
Now, were you already playing quarterback when you met her?
yeah, but she had no idea.
She didn't.
No, and
You had to tell her.
yeah,
Over and over.
She was not impressed.
I'm the quarterback.
Had to show her videos.
We were in a class together, and I offered to help her study, and she said, "Well, you play football," and I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, I'm not going to study with you," and so, we had to work through that. But no, she's wonderful.
So that's
she's a
how y'all
wonderful
first
person.
met. I'll help you study. No, I don't want your.
That was a little further into the meeting.
You didn't take that as
but
she's not interested.
well, I mean, I knew she wasn't interested. I had to chase her down, so I convinced her. But no,
That's awesome.
She's awesome and wonderful. She's been
Kids?
the best part of my life. Yeah, 2 boys.
All right.
One's in school here, in his 3rd year, and he's living his best life.
You've done great. James Gray, his son goes to the University of Texas.
Yeah,
Monte Rager, his boy goes to TCU.
yeah.
Appreciate you. Loyalty.
So he's doing good. He loves it up here, and
In a fraternity,
he's in a fraternity. He's a Phi Delta, and
brother in the bond.
Yeah.
There you
and
go.
Met a ton of good people. That's the funny thing that hasn't changed here since 1995 when I showed up. Lubbock's just full of wonderful people, and every time we come back, it feels like home.
Is the other one in college, or is he younger?
Yeah, he just graduated. He started at Dartmouth. He's playing football there.
Oh.
Oh, my gosh.
So
And how many games did y'all go to?
we haven't been. He just started.
Oh, he just started.
Yeah. He just graduated high school last year.
Oh, I thought he graduated
And so-
from
yeah.
Dartmouth.
No.
What position does he play?
He's a quarterback. Yeah.
Is he as good as you were?
He's probably better.
Is he
They're all
tall?
better now. Everybody's good. Yeah, everybody's. I watch high school games and I'm like, my gosh, these kids are.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Bigger,
level of
stronger,
football
faster.
in the state at the high school level is amazing.
It's phenomenal.
They're very, very good, and that carries on into college as well.
What are your boys' names?
Grant is my older boy here, and Charlie is my son that just started.
So you didn't
up east.
name either one of them after the firm that you.
No.
Well, it's Pa, and the other one's Logic.
That's right. Yeah, they can take it over. But no, they're good kids, and they're off to a good start to their college careers as well.
Good.
That is awesome. Well, we've got your start here. Are you from New Braunfels?
No, that's Cliff.
Cliff is.
Cliff Kingsbury. Yeah, he graduated.
Oh,
from
yeah.
New Braunfels.
It's his microphone. Oh, hold it. Yeah. This part right here kind of comes apart. So there.
Yeah, no, I grew up in Katy High School. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, they were good football.
Did you play for Tommy McPherson?
Yes, baseball.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh, Tommy.
He was
he's
our
a good
baseball
one.
coach. Yeah.
He's
I
from
think he
Lubbock
retired
High
a few
School.
while.
Yeah.
He's from Lubbock High School and Texas Tech. He was a graduate assistant at Texas Tech.
That's right.
And a great guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And you played baseball for him. What position
did.
did you play? You were a pitcher?
No, I never pitched. I don't know why, but I never did. I played in the outfield. I played wherever.
Yeah.
Kind of
You're
utility
kind of
guy.
we'll talk about that when we come back. That's kind of how he got at Tech. He just
Yeah.
played. I'll go, Coach. It was a really funny story. I listened to your interview with David Collier.
Okay.
I don't know when you did it.
Yeah, a couple
Wasn't
years
lately.
ago. Yeah.
And it was a really funny story when they put him in the game to punt return.
Yeah, that was.
I don't want to do that.
No.
So you'll wait to hear what he did. All right. Rob Peters is here, and he is former Texas Tech quarterback. He played a lot of things at Texas Tech and on the football team, but he really is a great former athlete. We're glad to have him here. We'll be right back.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All right, where am I here? Here today, Joe Heffley. You know, you're good, Rob. Joe Heffley down on the lower floor of the Citibank building. I'm getting a haircut. He's a barber.
Yeah, I don't need him.
He's our barber too, and I need to see him. But he's a Red Raider. In fact, he'll be down on the field tonight. He keeps everybody safe in the stadium. But in his day job, he's a barber down at Citibank in the lower floor. HG Thrash Clothier Company, 2010 Broadway, and out of the Kingsgate Center at 82nd and Quaker. And they're the finest men's store that I've ever been in, and they are absolutely awesome. Howard Thrash, Jeremy have done a great job, and Howard since 1989 has been running this and doing a great job. So go see them. And the Big Texas Tech people, Mission Service Company, that's my son Tanner, and they kill weeds. They'll cut down on the oil and gas business that you can't have weeds on any of your stuff, and he's got a company down there. It's not all he does, but he does that. And you get a Thetford and Ashby discount if you call them and just tell them that they'll give you a discount on your weed spray, and they guarantee all their work. And 806-635-6352. That's an easy one to remember.
There you have it.
And tell him. All right, Rob Peters is here. We're having fun.
Well, and during the break, we were talking about a couple of Tech football players, since Rob was one, that we lost recently. And one of them's Angel Berlinger, and we all knew and enjoyed and appreciated Angel. And he passed away on the 14th of this month. He was out at Tech in the mid-'70s. And the service for Angel will be September 5th at 1 o'clock at Lake Ridge Memorial Chapel. And then Dal Watson, from our Midland, Odessa listeners down there know Dal. Dal, he was a special guy down in that area. And Dal passed away, and his service is going to be at 2 o'clock on September 5th. Same day, at 2 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock at First Baptist Church in Midland, there in Midland. And those are both good guys.
They really were. They were both really good guys. And Angel, even though you knew Angel, even though he was 20 years ahead of you at Texas Tech.
Yeah, he's got to be really close friends with my parents and my family, and he was always just a huge Red Raider fan and just a wonderful man, and he loved Lubbock, loved Texas Tech football.
He did. And he really did.
Was a great guy to be around for sure.
It's funny, those people that come into your life and influence your life through years, and, you never know. And you do the same thing. When you're the quarterback at Texas Tech, how many years did you start at quarterback? Two?
2, yes, sir.
98 and 99.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And he beat Texas in 98.
Yeah. That was a good one.
That was good, wasn't it? You're still a hero to everybody.
Well, what was the highlight of that game? Because beating Texas is
it was a crazy game because that was Mac Brown's first year.
Okay.
And
good man, Mac Brown.
Yeah, fantastic. And it was the year Ricky Williams won the Heisman for them.
And we had our Ricky
Williams. We had little Ricky.
We had our Ricky Williams, and he was a true freshman, and he was a heck of a football player, and I think he outrushed him that game. And it was one of those games where the first half was kind of disjointed, and then the second half we started scoring and they started scoring, and it just went back and forth.
You threw a couple of touchdown passes.
Yeah, we threw a couple, and then we scored one. We ran one in. I ran one in with a minute left. To go ahead, 42-35, I think was the final.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
You scored the game-winning touchdown.
I scored the game-winning touchdown.
Well, you are a hero.
Do you still have that ball?
I've got the picture in my office, and I'll leave that one up for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And so that was fun. That was a really fun night. It was the big game. We had a good team that year in '98. We lost a couple of really close games. And we were able to get on the right side of that one, and so it's certainly memorable.
Did we go to a bowl game?
Yeah, we played in the Independence Bowl that year against Ole Miss.
Oh, we've played Ole Miss a few times.
Yeah.
Well, we're kind of the similar teams. We kind of, back then, we're winning about the same. And
same budget.
Same budget. Yeah, that's the key. And our budget's changed. Have you noticed, Rob?
Yeah, I think we're pulling we're pulling ahead of some of those guys.
We are.
It's amazing the resources that some of those guys have poured back in, and I think you're going to see the dividends of that soon.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, hopefully tonight.
Yeah.
We won't necessarily need the dividends tonight. We might save them and use them here in a few weeks. But And you're back for this game. And why on earth this one? Oh, you came up to see your son. Probably.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Yeah, because nobody said, "Oh, there's one Pine Bluff. Let's circle that one, dear."
Probably get into that one, and that's about sold out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. We're going to be down in the south end zone. I haven't really been, in and around that. It looks beautiful.
Oh, you'll love
it.
Y'all have fun.
They've got a Letterman lounge down there that we haven't seen, and so the facilities and the money they've put back into this program. I mean, this is as nice as anywhere.
You've been
in the
through
country.
the locker room, and it blows you. Tell everybody back in the '90s what you had.
Yeah, I mean,
did y'all suit up? Y'all suited up downstairs right by the tunnel.
That's right. Yeah,
and it was so bad. Really.
Well, we didn't know any better, right?
I know. It was fine.
They had big wooden lockers, didn't you?
Yeah, big wooden lockers.
We thought it was the greatest thing ever.
Well, you won't so bad wander over to the baseball field,
so
David. I mean, you won't so bad.
Yeah,
it was bad.
We were kind of right.
At that time, it seemed
it was
pretty
great.
nice.
I mean,
we didn't.
We had the bubble, which was
the
an indoor
ATC,
facility.
Yeah.
Which not a lot of people had those. The weight room in there, and it was before kind of the arms race in college football. It's gotten to a level now that's hard to believe.
I was looking through some pictures of Texas Tech now, what we have now in the Womble football facility, and when Gary and I were at Tech. And this was for football and basketball. I don't know where baseball, but on the west side, do you remember there's a mat room in there? I don't. You probably don't even know it.
Yeah, I didn't even know
there was a mat room, and it was really cool in there. We liked that. And then we had a universal gym in the next room, and that was the workout facility.
Yeah,
and we had some free weights in there too. But you look at what every person's got their own weight machine. It's crazy.
Yeah, the facilities are just. Like I said, I can't imagine. I mean, I've been to a lot of them, but there's nowhere in the country that's got what we have.
No.
When you talked about the arms race, at that time it was facilities, putting facilities together and all that. Now the arms race is when the player puts his arm out and you put money in his hand. That's the arms race now. And of course, you still got to have facilities and you got to have coaches that attract these players, but it's an arms race or a hands race.
I'm glad we got our facilities done.
For sure.
Prior to this new wave.
Yeah.
Because we have that, and now we've got money to be able to get the players. I never thought I would say that. Boy, now we can pay them. Now we can get them.
The SEC's been saying that for years, and finally we can talk about it openly.
Well, how much did you make when you came to Tech?
Nothing.
Well, that was $15 a week for laundry or whatever they called it.
Yeah, we had the per diem or whatever, but and
$6.
It paid for something. But it's amazing what the whole commercial enterprise has turned into.
Yeah.
I mean, they're effectively
It's
professional.
pelagic.
It's professional sports. I mean,
it's pelagic, is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll give it
and it's a commercial enterprise that's basically for profit. And that's just where we are.
Might as well look at it.
Do you like that?
I don't love it, but
either.
It's what I think doesn't matter. I miss the regional rivalries. I think college football should be careful of keeping some sort of regional. I think it's criminal we don't play any teams in Texas this year. We play Houston.
Yeah.
We don't play TCU. We don't play Baylor. And I think they should change that.
We've talked about this forever. We missed the Southwest Conference.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, I played in the Southwest Conference in '95, and
there will be something I think that will resemble the Southwest Conference for the other sports, because they're not going to continue to have these volleyball and go
going
clear
to
across
Utah and West Virginia.
Yeah, for a 3-game match of volleyball, it just doesn't make any sense. And then the travel that's involved and the taking away from studies and all that that's involved in all that will change. I don't know what they're going to do with football or basketball for that matter.
Yeah,
but the other sports are there. It's going to change, and it's going to be fairly soon. I think
it needs to, because it really doesn't make any sense. And I agree with you. Wouldn't it be fun if we played SMU and Baylor and Texas? I missed that. A&M and Texas left the conference.
Yeah, that's what I mean. As a sports fan, I think it was crazy that A&M and Texas didn't play. I think it's crazy that Oklahoma and Oklahoma State aren't going to play.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't.
I
make any
think that
sense
will
to
change too.
Yeah,
before long.
It needs to. Fans want it.
Yeah, I think
There's
so.
no question about that.
I think the regional aspect of it matters, and I mean, it's great. Everybody wants to see Texas play Ohio State, and everybody going to watch it and all that, and that's fun.
How old are you now?
48.
48.
Yeah.
That's
Born in 77.
Yeah. I just got out of tech the year before. I can't even remember. When you say that age like that, I have to really figure out what I was doing because I don't have a clue what I was doing when I was 47 or 8.
Yeah, I don't have a clue what I'm doing now.
Good. So. Maybe that's why I don't remember. That's right.
All right, your boy's at Dartmouth. Is he going to start this year? Is he going to play? Now,
they've got a pretty, how they do it there is it's a pretty developmental program. So they come in, they try to play juniors and seniors, and so he just got there, his head spinning a little bit.
Do they give scholarships?
They do not.
That's what I was thinking, that Ivy League schools do not give scholarships.
That's right.
What are the Dartmouth what?
The Big Green.
The Big Green?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that in a million years.
The Big Green.
That makes any sense.
It's interesting because the Ivies are starting to attract a little higher caliber player because they're, you've got the Power Four conferences and they're their own entity. Really you've got the Big Ten and the SEC and they're kind of running the show. And then you've got the ACC and the Big 12. And then that group of 5 is really tough because after going through the recruiting, everybody in the group of 5 is trying to leave. All the coaches are trying to leave, and all the players are trying to leave. So anybody that has a good season in a Power 5 or whatever they call them, group of 5, leaves. And so as a player, when you're going and looking at it, and this is what we talked about with my son a bunch is, if you go to school at one of those, somebody's coming or somebody's leaving every 6 months.
Yeah.
And that's a hard road for those kids, and, he got recruited by a bunch of schools, and I think 8 of the 10 coaches that recruited him were gone by the time he graduated.
Where did he play high school?
He played at Dallas Jesuit.
Yeah.
And so it's a tough, I worry about the player going through all of this change because that's a hard road for those kids to switch schools so many times.
He's very lucky to have you.
Well,
I'm telling you, because you've got a lot of common sense and you understand the process. You understand the process.
Been there, done that.
So that's a good. In fact, a lot of kids could learn from you.
Well, it's changing so much, right? And it's going to keep changing. And really, after COVID, and then guys were playing 5, 6, 7 years. That changed it for the high school kids, and now it's continuing to change. And I don't know where it's really going to go. I don't think anybody does.
Yeah.
Tech's really lucky to have a guy like Cody.
Oh, my goodness.
That's super involved and interested. And, I don't know him well, but I know he's probably got the best interest of the athletes in mind.
He does.
And his willingness.
In your line of work, you need to get to know him better.
Yeah, everybody needs to know him.
We've only got about 30 seconds left, so tell us, lay some knowledge on us.
About what?
Life, tech.
No, I'm super excited about the program and where it's headed in Lubbock, and it's fun to be out here and appreciate, all that I was able to do and look forward to all the success they're going to have.
You're something else. And Will Culpepper helped to set this up, and thankful for that.
We appreciate Will.
Rob Peters, everybody.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Okay, welcome back. Las Brisas, 114th at Topeka, the finest steakhouse. Oh, it's nice.
We ate there this week.
So good.
Took my bride out there. My gosh, that's a good place to go.
It is. What an atmosphere and what great food. It is part of the falls, right there by the falls, and you'll love it. Go see them out at Las Brisas. And I mentioned Lubbock Truck Sales earlier, but I know Gio, who's on the phone with us, when we do that kickoff luncheon, every year they put those big old trucks in the Civic Center. It is the coolest thing. And that's Lubbock Truck Sales, y'all. They've been doing it for years. It's one of the great Lubbock companies right there. And all you truckers, everybody, and they work on school buses. Big time, especially all these athletic school buses. All right, Gio, what's going on?
Gio, how's your health?
My health is fantastic. I'm doing great.
How's your walking? Is it better? No
My
pain?
walking's better, yeah. I was hoping you would have a Lubbock Sports Medicine read
Oh, let's do it.
I did have I had my hip replaced in July, and by Dr. Shep. And, they were great at Lubbock Sports Medicine. Everyone there was fantastic. And here I am about 6 weeks later walking like nothing ever happened.
Hey, hips are apparently like getting a tooth pulled. I mean, it's. Now, I'm sure it's a little worse if it's you, but apparently hips aren't that big a deal. What do you think? What say you?
Well, I think it's a little bit of a big deal, but
it's not my hip.
At rehab, when I see the guys that have had a knee, I feel like they're in a little bit worse shape than I'm in, and I guess it's just because of the skin and everything around. I'm obviously not a doctor, but obviously there's a lot more around the hip to help protect you than the knee, which is right there. But I tell you, I was up walking that same afternoon and off the walker the next day, and been doing great since then.
Well, shoulders aren't good either. And shoulders, you can't get dressed. You can't drive. It's hard to do anything. But
I've heard. My boss had 2 shoulders done, and so he can attest to that.
Well, is your boss?
Who is your boss?
Nickname, his initials KH.
Yeah, KH.
Yeah. Well, he apparently used to be plenty tough because he led the Big 8. It wasn't the Big 12 then. It was Big 8 in tackles. And you'd look at Kirby right now and you thought, he might have been a tennis player or a golfer, but he wasn't a linebacker. But apparently,
if you've seen photos of him from his college days, he looks like he had a mean streak in him for sure.
Well, he probably does. He hides it very well, though.
He's so nice now. He seems too nice. But he's a winner. I'll tell you that.
Giovanetti the other night that one of the things that kept me off a walker after my hip surgery was that Kirby is the ultimate trash talker. And I was telling President Giovanetti that, and he said, "Are you kidding me? I've never seen that." And I was thinking, well, of course you haven't.
No, you get his best behavior.
The rest of us have felt the tip of the spear for sure.
All right, Gio, we got a big game tonight, and we're going to consider this the beginning of Optimum Game Day. It's starting right now. But I'm looking at the games, and I'm thinking you probably had something to do with this. And I'm going to go last game to first. The last game is Senior Day. The game before that, Celebrate America Day. The game before that is Parents and Family Weekend. The one before that is called Homecoming Game. The one before that's Raider Power Game. I don't know what that means, but it is.
That celebrates energy and oil business and all energy
Raider
providers.
Power.
Oh, Power. I love it.
There you go.
Yeah,
good thinking, Gio.
And then the one before that's Ag Game. And do you know what tonight's game is?
Tonight is just going to celebrate Texas Tech. Welcome back. And it's a new season. We do that every year, sort of just try to reflect on some of the things that happened last year. So, and opening, there's so many things going with opening night, too, that we try to give everything its own special treatment.
All right, well, here's what y'all titled it on this deal. You titled it Home Opener.
Well, that's what it is.
I looked at all these fancy names, and the first one is Home Opener. So anyway, I just had to.
Well, it's celebrate, of course, 100 years of football and 100 years of the going band from Raiderland. I'm just like, it's so fun, all the things that go on with these games. I love it. And I assume we'll have a flyover.
No,
we always do.
Weather like that?
We'll have one.
I bet we didn't even plan one.
Gio make it happen. He always does.
We have flyovers signed for the first 5 games right now.
I told you.
I bet we don't have one.
The pilots were here last night, and they're from Del Rio. They flew out of Del Rio. They're those T6s.
Well, they're not used to rain then.
Well, they said they avoided a few thunderstorms on their way up here, so I think hopefully let's all keep our fingers crossed, and we'll have the flyover pregame, and then at the end of the third quarter, we're going to have the largest drone show in college history.
Gosh.
950 drones up there in the air.
Oh, that's great.
I can't wait. And I don't know how in the world they do that.
No.
I mean, I'm out there by myself with a drone, I couldn't make it go these are all programmed, aren't they? Computers or something.
They lay them out on the practice field. It's pretty impressive to see. And I've only seen 350, 400, which they've done in the past. They're about to be 3 times that today, or to 950. And,
wow.
And then there's one guy that programs it, and he'll run them, and he'll get them up in the air. And Tech PD works with us, traffic and parking works with us, just so that they don't fly over people. But we're excited about it.
Well, you can write a paragraph with 950 drones.
There's no doubt. It's we wanted to. We were watching last year one of the bowl games or something, and they were talking about the record of 800 drones, and we said, "Hey, we gotta beat that." And you're never guaranteed another night game, so we needed to do it when we knew we had a night game, which was tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And we're not guaranteed. Yeah, you're right. We're not. I don't guess we're guaranteed another one, are we?
No, we're not. Right now, we're not guaranteed.
Yeah.
And so if we never have another night game, we could never break the record. So we had to do it tonight. And it's good reason for people to stay around through the third quarter.
How big are these drones?
They're small. I don't know the exact size, but they're smaller than probably the drone you talk about flying. They're smaller than that, but they're it's pretty impressive what they do. I'll tell you, just give you guys a tease of something else to look at. We brought in a company that he has a little drone that he flies internally, and he flew it from the field through the south end zone through the Womble training facility without stopping, and he flies it through doors and under things, and we'll release that next week. And we tied the Going Band into it. We tied Spirit just to get people fired up about football and something football can show recruits. Hey, look at this incredible facility.
That's great.
That is so great.
You got a great job. You know it.
You know how lucky you are.
Yeah, I do know how lucky I am.
You'd probably do that for nothing, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Should I do it for nothing? But, I am very lucky. I don't ever take for granted that I get to work for this place, and I love Texas Tech, and obviously I respect Kirby Hocutt a great deal and our student athletes. And just hear from Coach Morton. I teach a class as well, and Barron was in my class a couple of semesters ago, and he's such a great young man, and he's just one of 400. But he's a great example of the kind of student athletes we have here.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You know, Gio, I'll tell you, you probably know this. Ron Reeves last week was on the show, and he'd been to 3 practices, I think. He said, you know, the thing that struck me when I go out there, it's fun to watch. You know, can he throw it? Can he do this? He goes, but I could just feel the atmosphere of this team. He goes, it's a the camaraderie. You just feel it, see it. He said this team is close, and you would worry about that when you're getting kids from all over everywhere. You're getting young men, and they're coming in. They've been playing at other schools, and he said that he didn't see any of that. It was really a close group.
No, and we've been around him a lot, and I credit to Coach McGuire and his staff. Yeah. It's a big deal to them, and Joey stands down there and greets them as they're coming in the door. He knows all of them by name. He knows their background, and he's not just this coach who sits in his office and collects the accolades. He's down there working with these guys, and he works on chemistry as hard as he works on offense, defense, special teams.
Yeah.
All right. What other specials do we have tonight? What should people think? I know we've got a pretty good entertainment, don't we?
Pat Green.
We got Pat Green out at Raider Alley, and we're hoping I think the weather is going to cooperate with us. Coach Stone just texted me. You know, his son is going to play tonight, and Coach Stone was texting me about the weather, but I feel very optimistic the weather's going to miss us. I think if you come, you'll see we've added fireworks in the game, so just different things that we do after scores and at pregame. We've enhanced our video boards, imaging, adding more video space on the board, you know, because we have to put graphics up there too, but we've got more stats, we've got more out-of-town games. We're just trying to really enhance that in-game experience.
Well, y'all do a great job, and y'all really do.
We try hard, and a lot of people have opinions, which I love. I don't mind opinions at all. I love mad Tech fan. I love passionate Tech fan. I love happy Tech fan. I love sad Tech fan. I love hearing from all of them.
You do.
Because I've been all those things in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get it.
Pat Green, that's a big deal getting him in. You know, he lost some family members down at the flood.
He had a tough time this summer.
It was really, really tough. I'm glad, and he's a Red Raider, and that's good to have him coming back.
You've been listening to the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3. Catch the show live Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on Double T 97.3 FM or on the Double T 97.3 mobile app.